You know, when in the presence of greatness, you have a greater opportunity to be great. Think about that for a second. When in the presence of greatness, you have a greater opportunity to be great. What does that mean in mom language? You pretty much become what you hang around with. They're the words that my mom gave me, is that surround yourself with people who are successful, people who are doing the right thing, and then your chances of becoming successful are really amplified. And so when I look around the room today and think about my experience yesterday, meeting so many successful people, people who are driven and inspired and doing social change, just in one day yesterday, watching people rehearse for today, I actually felt greater. After sitting here this morning and understanding who's in the audience, I had that feeling of, wow, I am surrounded by greatness. And that feeling is what inspires each of us to do better. So let's think about redefining success. What is success? All of us are taught that success is a destination. It's something that you're aspiring to get to. It's a long-term goal that you're working towards, that success. I'm here today to redefine that. True success is in the journey itself. Let me share with you. I'm an Olympian. I'm from a single parent home. My mom raised four girls. Two of us became Olympians. One became a world-class athlete, and the other one became a manager in the health industry. And my mom always taught us from a young age, you can be whatever you want to be. Just enjoy the process of getting there. And so I realized I was good at sports. And I wanted out of my neighborhood, really meager beginnings. I wanted out. And I thought, my out is through sports. I'm good at sports. So I played soccer, and I was really pretty good soccer player, or football. I forget. I'm in India, you call it football, like us British people. And so I played football. I was a striker, had my best game ever. And as I was walking off the field after scoring 3 goals, a coach came to me, and his words were, "You need to quit soccer." What do you mean I need to quit? And we just won the game. And he said, "You're good at football because you can run fast. I see for you in your future, if you switch to track, I think that's the thing for you." And part of me wanted to feel upset. This person's telling me I'm no good, but on the other hand is telling me, but if you follow this path, you could become great. And so I listened. I went to a track meet in my school uniform and was so much better than all the other kids my age at 14. And that was the start of my journey. 2 years later, I made it onto the British team as a junior and won a silver medal at European Championships. And from there, my journey to the Olympics began. I could see my future because somebody else had recognized something in me that I didn't see. So you can imagine standing on the Olympic stage, the flame, what it represents, that feeling is incredible. But what I realized when I was there was the steps getting there are the things that were really important. Learning how to train hard, learning how to cope with failure. I learned that what separates people from success is that success lives on the other side of failure, fear to get started, disappointment. There's so many hurdles that you have to get over to reach success, but that journey prepares you for everything. And so I'll share the picture, not the prettiest of pictures, because, athletics is just not pretty. But you'll see the one picture was me qualifying for the games, and the other one is me at the games. And I think you can see the journey getting to the games was a lot harder than the games itself. You can see I'm much more relaxed in my Olympic picture. But I transitioned from sport. As Hannah shared, it's very difficult for athletes to imagine what's next after sport. You're an athlete, it's what you've worked towards for so many years. You've reached the greatest stage. Now what? What am I going to do? I was one of the lucky athletes that decided, I have passion and purpose for people. I love people and I love exercise. And so I transitioned to become a personal trainer. From there, I went into doing videos, so being on camera fitness trainer, which I really enjoyed. And then from there, I managed to graduate into the corporate world and became a vice president of sports performance and fitness for a global nutrition brand. So I was somebody that was able to take those skills that I learned as an athlete, hard work, dedication, all about the journey. So in business, you think you have an end goal. As athletes, we work backwards from that goal. We look at the end goal, we say, what do I have to do this year, and this year in order to reach that goal? So those lessons that I learned as an athlete really transferred over into the business world. But like with everything, I had to overcome a lot of fear. Am I smart enough to be here? Do I fit in? What do people think of me? In one instance, when I was up for promotion, somebody said to me, you know, you don't actually even qualify to apply for your own job because you don't have a degree. And I thought, oh, wow, I couldn't even apply for this job if I didn't have it already because I don't have the degree. That's interesting. And at first, I accepted those words that were told to me. But then as I was about to leave the room, I said, I disagree. Making it to the Olympics and putting in all that hard work, time, and dedication, that's like a PhD in what I do. The number of people that I've trained, the athletes that I've trained, the people that I've helped lose weight, that's my PhD right there. And so I rejected that and luckily got promoted and continued on. But it sparked something inside of me to again redefine what success is. And so getting to work with this phenomenal athlete, Cristiano, the picture that you can see, he had signed for me the number 12 jersey, which it was just because my triplets were turning 12 and I had Clayton put on the jersey and asked him to sign it and he signed it for me. And in that moment, I realized in the world of fitness business, I've really pretty much become successful. I'm training alongside one of the greatest athletes in the world. But there was still a lot of fear, and success is on the other side of fear. And education had always been fearful for me. Why? Because I was scared of math. I thought I could do any degree, but how am I going to get past algebra? Whoever designed algebra, woof. And I shared this at a dinner table with my family and my son, who at the time was 12. And he said, Mom, I'm 12 and I can do algebra. You can figure this out. You went to the Olympics. And so, with that, I decided to go back to school and kind of fill that gap that I had, that I really felt that I had. And so, I went back to university and got a bachelor's degree in public health because that's what I do. I help the public get healthy. I then fell in love with studying and I passed algebra with an A, thanks to my son's tutoring. Um, and then I graduated on, did my master's in medical nutrition to really truly understand how to heal the body, what the body needs, how people can really evolve with their health and wellness journey. And just like any Olympian would, why stop at a master's degree? I went on to do my doctorate, and I'm happy to say that I will be waltzing across the stage on December 16th to be named Dr. Clayton. And so and I share that with you just to say I had a lot of fear in my life holding me back. And a lot of that fear was actually fear of failure. And when I sat in a room of people that are maybe of college age or embarking on an entrepreneurial journey, the thing that stands between people and reaching their true goals is the fear of failure. The number of races I have lost, I can't even count. The number of times I've had terrible days at university, but I never let the failure stop me. I just kept going because the journey and reimagining success is taking one step at a time each and every day and just wanting to be a little bit better. So, as I reimagine success again, I introduce you to my beautiful 4 children. I have triplets, 2 girls and a boy, and then my older boy who's 20. They're all on their own success journey, but they're lucky. They don't have the same fears that I had. They're not from a single parent home with limited means. But what I do see in them is they have a drive, they have a passion, and they're not scared to really try. All 4 of them right now are at Division 1 universities in the United States pursuing their dream of sports, but they're luckier than I was. I had to start my education as a grown-up with a full-time job with 4 kids and struggle my way through. They're lucky to have their education early on. So as I redefine success into the future, what's next for me? I don't know. I've reached the end of so many of my journeys. My Olympic journey came to an end. I ended my corporate career in June. I'm ending my doctorate. I just shipped all 4 of my children off to university, so my nest is empty. So when you ask me, what's next? For the first time ever, I actually don't know what's next. I just know that with passion and the purpose and the foundation that I've laid, I know that what's next is going to be impacting more people, getting more people healthy. And from there, we'll see. Thank you.